Hello, this is Jason Akers from the Self-Sufficient Gardener podcast with another Front Porch review. Today I'm reviewing the book Holding Your Ground. This book is by an author who remains anonymous. He calls himself Joe Nobody, and it's basically a book about defense and security on your homestead. I know a lot of people don't like to think about that, like to think, kind of this myopic view that, nothing's ever going to happen, no one's ever going to come try to rob them. As someone myself who's been robbed twice, in my younger years, when I didn't really realize a whole lot about security and things like that, a lot of people need to wake up and need to read a book like this and need to understand the threats that are out there. And I'm not just talking about end of the world type of threats, but things like people who want to want to take what you have, want to burglarize your home, or rob you in the dead of night and things like that. So this is a book that's something that I think is kind of lacking out there in the whole book world. And I know a lot of homesteaders don't like to think that that we could come under threat of being robbed or things like that. But you have to understand, when you have things, people will want to take them eventually. So this was a pretty good book. It's got a lot of diagrams and pictures. It's not a lot about how to shoot and how to do things like that. This talks about kind of more passive defensive things. How to protect your home, how to make your homestead, how to know things on your homestead that are vulnerable, how to know vision, line of sight, things like that. Got a lot of good information just about basically how to set your homestead up, as I was kind of alluding to make things more visible for you, to make things harder on criminals or harder on thieves. It's a pretty thick book. It's got a lot of information, a lot of diagrams, a lot of kind of theoretical stuff. Here's something that the author talks about: population density, and kind of avoiding high population centers. If that's something that you would like to do, then some resources there for doing that. But all in all, a pretty good book. A lot of things to think about, especially if you're someone like me who's trying to set up a homestead and trying to get it ready to move into. I've already been somewhat robbed back here once. Somebody took some lumber that I didn't really want them to take. So something I've been thinking about, security on the homestead, and this is a book I think is going to help me in security on the homestead. So I highly recommend you check it out.